Alright, let's find some trouble. I bet this place contained some premium salvage at one point.
I'm in.
It's no surprise the old world disappeared. Look at this shit.
We're running tests on the high voltage shield again today. I just don't get the focus on this solution. There are much easier ways to protect probes. High voltage has always been a proposition to protect living cells. When I try and discuss this with Leonard, I'm told to solve problems, not make them. I had hoped coming here would be about science. The reality is as bad as academia. Politics, politics, politics.
You want trouble? You got it. There's gotta be some action here.
Okay, the shipping manifest linked unstated cargoes to this research center. Whatever infinite skies are hiding has to be here, and it has to be big. This satellite program is a cover for something. I'm guessing military, but none of my contacts are talking.
And what the fuck was that supposed to be? Someone's looking for trouble. You'll regret that. Okay, now it'll get interesting.
There was something hanging there.
Now this is a place we can have some fun.
There is something wrong here. Something very wrong. The doctor banned me from his lab right before the breakthrough. I'm gonna call Laurie. I know that will get me fired worse if they find out, but Laurie is the only one I know who can find out what's going on. I believe in this project. Why are they hiding these results?
What a fucking wreck. For trouble. You want trouble? You got it. That fucking brute is looking for trouble. Well, this is all fucked, isn't it? Right. Let's find some trouble.
Stay here.
Yeah, sure.
When did you last see my brother?
A few days ago, maybe? Calyx was ordered back to the Ice Palace. The forces of Zakor are preparing for something. We should expect an attack soon.
I have discovered Zardom's secret. He has control of a mutant force.
I knew he must have a plan. The question is, what he intends to do with them. Whatever he says about his motives, I find it hard to believe that he has turned his back on his past. I think we will need to watch Zardom carefully.
The Pilgrim Thorold is key to the fight against the hybrid.
Then there is another who will fight to take control of Zakor.
I don't think Thorold has any interest in taking the throne in the Ice Palace. He's seeking to defend Edan.
The Berserkers have their own plans for Magallan. Their goals will always be a threat to ours. Never forget that all the free people have their own agendas.
As do you.
Yes, but mine is clear. As are the results of my actions. You cannot say the same of others. Offer people power, and they will take it. That includes the Pilgrim.
Which one of you convinced Wardak to join your cause?
No one did. Your father chose to join us himself. I hope that you too can see the strength of our cause. But perhaps your father can convince you. He has been waiting to speak to you since you arrived in Abessa.
Father?
Jax, so it's true. You are alive. I hadn't dared to hope.
So, you left Zakor? Have you stopped taking Elex too?
I am trying, but it's difficult. You must have experienced the problems of Elex withdrawal yourself.
I was unconscious during the worst of it. My body was already drained of Elex when I awoke.
There is more to the changes than just the physical. It is how your mind copes with the rejection of all that you have known, all that you have been in life. Tell me, what do you make of the world you have discovered since leaving Zakor?
That the free people are capable of resisting the Albs. We are told we are superior, but the Albs have failed to crush them. or their spirit.
That will change soon. The first Elexitor, Tarek, is assembling his troops before the gates of the Ice Palace. He will make his move and he will succeed in conquering the lands of the free people. We have to stop him, or our people will perish.
What are you doing here with the Separatists?
I had no other choice. I tried to stop Tarek and Zakor, but he realized my plans. He would have killed me if I had stayed. I hope that I can still make a difference from here. I can help to bring a halt to Tarek's plans. His blind obedience of the hybrid endangers all our people.
What is it he's doing that threatens the Albs? Why is Tarek such a danger?
Tarek is a puppet. He has given his will to the hybrid. The hybrid and his new directive dominate our people. And soon, Tarek will dedicate all our people, the whole of the fighting strength of Zakor, to an invasion of the lands of the free people. All this death for one purpose. Greater power to the hybrid. I say we need to find another way. One that does not lead to our ruin.
You served the directive to obtain all Elex for the hybrid. What changed your mind?
What happened to our search for knowledge? What happened about our evolution? What about researching the nature of Elex? All those were key to the Alb people, and all have been dominated by the hybrid's demand for Elex. A lot has changed at the Ice Palace since the coming of the hybrid, and the pace of that change is only accelerating. The hybrid tells us nothing of this future he sees. He is obsessed with his own evolution, and that is only attainable through the consumption of ever greater quantities of Elex. No Alb, no free person will be allowed to stand in his way. I still believe in serving the Albs of Zakor, but to achieve that, I now know that the hybrid must be removed from the Ice Palace.
Then we should ask the hybrid what he will become. We should know what we are choosing between.
Do you think the hybrid will talk to us? To him, we have no more free will than the mutants he commands. You know the price that an owl pays to reach the highest ranks in Zakor.
You summoned me, Master?
Calax, you have proven yourself loyal to the directive. You are efficient. You obey your orders. Those are the marks of a true Alb. I have watched you and your brother, and the honor you have brought to your father. You will all have a part to play in the events that are to come. Are you ready to play that part, Calax? Will you join those chosen to evolve?
The hybrid's will is above all. I will serve the hybrid.
And so it shall be. Open your mind to me, Calax. Know my thoughts and serve the directive.
You and your brother were the strongest warriors at the Ice Palace's command. Strong, intelligent, iron-willed. No one could equal you. And now look at you. Today, you are an outcast.
I suspect that my failure in execution was planned by someone at the Ice Palace.
I share those suspicions, but I have yet to find any proof.
My raider being shot down, the Albs being nearby to carry out my execution. The chances of those things happening without being planned.
But the questions are why and who. The only cause I can think of is your free will. All other Albs took the hybrid's favor as an honor. You questioned it. But who ordered your death? Who coordinated it? That, I don't know.
What about Zardom? It's obvious he is planning something. Could his plans involve killing me?
Now that he has left the Ice Palace, he would have no reason to do that. Zardom was always set on becoming first Elexitor. If he thought you were an impediment to that, he would have no hesitation in having you killed. But now he's here, out of Zakor, who knows what his plans are?
What about my brother, Calyx?
I don't believe that. I am sure if your brother is involved, it is only as an instrument. He must be being used by other people. He would only have carried out the execution if he had orders to do so.
What about the first Elexitor, Tarek?
He has the power and the intellect to plan something like this. But he is no longer himself. These days he is merely a vassal to the hybrid. I don't think he possesses the ability to think as freely as this. I don't think he would do this without orders from the hybrid.
What about the hybrid?
The hybrid needed you and your skills to achieve his aims. While your free will may have made you stand out, your will is nothing to the hybrids. You were under his control and offered no threat. Besides, if he wanted you dead, he could have had you shot without the need for this intricate plan.
I know Zardom wanted my raider shot down. Zardom knew I was flying to Adan, and he knew the purpose of my mission.
Well, if that is true, I don't know how he knew that information. No. Zardom was already in exile when you received your orders from the hybrid.
Then someone at the Ice Palace must have got that information to him.
If Zardom is behind this, then he had help. But why would another Alb communicate with an exile?
So who do you think is behind this?
I don't know. Even if there is someone behind this, I think you will learn his name on the day you stride up the great ramp to the Ice Palace.
If the hybrid's evolution is not yet complete, shouldn't we ensure he reaches his final form?
With all the sacrifices we've made, with all the blood he once spilled, has he told us what he will achieve if he attains that? How do we know what he will become? No, my loyalty ended on the day of your execution. I will not sacrifice my son for the ideals of that machine.
Where is Calyx now?
Your brother knows you are still alive. He is looking for you. He wants to finish what he started and prove his loyalty. After all, technically, he failed in his mission to execute you. He will want to remedy that. That is why he is traveling alone. He is currently in the mountains of Abessa on the border of Zakor, awaiting information on your whereabouts. Have no doubt, he will strike as soon as he knows where you are.
Not if I get to him first.
I would rather you both join together. The death of either of you weakens us all.
It is far too late for us to be reconciled.
There must be a way to free him from the hybrid. He's a slave like Tarek. If you could free him from the hybrid's will, then you could both be reconciled.
And if he comes for me in the meantime, I will fight him rather than die myself.
If that is your fate. But you think clearly and independently now, Jax. You can decide your own destiny. Listen to your inner voice, my son. Know your strength.
follow me.
All right, sure.
Now where is Zardom? Wherever he is, this gives me a good chance to look through his things. Contact details for Ray. Research indicates he is capable of making the shot needed to hit the thruster on an Alb raider. Zardom used Ray to shoot down my raider. Ray. I am interested to hear what excuse he gives me this time.
For trouble. I'll wait here. You want trouble? Got it.
Not now.
There's gotta be some action here. Hey, wait! I can feel traces of an Elex deposit. I want to check it out, to see if I can learn anything from it.
Where is this deposit?
It's up on the high borderlands between Adan and Tavar. It feels like it will be big enough to allow me to learn more. There's just one more thing.
Yes?
Why did you choose to join the Berserkers?
To begin with, it seemed like the best way to survive.
But that isn't everything.
My own people tried to kill me. I want to find answers, and joining a faction has to help me find them.
I hope you're not just doing this for your own personal reasons. Good stuff, asshole.
You should go.
Yeah, sure.
Follow me.
Very well.
Very well. Let's find the deposit.
Yeah, follow me. It's on the east border of Adan. It has to go differently this time. I have to learn more. There are only weak traces here. I will need all my concentration not to lose the trail. That means I'll need your help again.
If the traces are weak, maybe we should try somewhere else.
We've come too far not to. But I will need to focus on the Elex. I'll need you to deal with any combat or I'll lose my contact with the Elex. I'll follow the traces. You keep an eye out for mutants. There's a lot of Elex up there. I can hear it already. But this much Elex has gotta have pulled in a lot of mutants. Getting there won't be straightforward. The Elex is here. Either I'm getting more attuned to the Elex, or this is the biggest deposit I have ever found. Stand guard for me. I'll see what I can sense.
Did it work?
Wait. I can hardly breathe.
Are you all right?
Give me a moment. Don't you feel anything at all?
No.
Maybe it's just me. I could sense something here, but I don't yet know what it means. I thought it must affect other people on some level at least. Why did this talent pick me?
You just got lucky.
Lucky? I thought I was going crazy. Thank you for coming with me to this place. When you said you'd help me, I wasn't sure about you. But you've been true to your word.
I do what I say.
Yeah. You should know people who keep their word like that are rare. You're strong. Mentally, I mean. I bet you could achieve anything you put your mind to. Maybe you can resist whatever the Elex is trying to do. Whereas I look at these mutants and I wonder, is that going to be me one day?
About the side effects of Elex.
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you.
Do you still need to find more traces of Elex?
Yeah, there was something there in the background when I probed that Elex deposit. I don't know what it is that I felt. Not yet. I know of another place we can try, but it's likely to be pretty dangerous. These big Elex deposits always are. Just give me a little time. As soon as I can locate it, I'll tell you where we need to go. You did well.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you. I hope the differences between the Free Peoples won't mean we lose this war against the Albs.
What can you tell me about the Alb troop movements here in the region during the last few days?
Well, even with all the fighting we keep having with the Albs and the mutants, it's still obvious that there aren't as many of them as there were before. It feels like we're in the eye of the storm, and everything is about to end. We must remain vigilant.
You should go back to Origin.
All right.
Ray, there is something you should have told me. Now is the time.
Okay, that tone is telling me something is wrong. Are you going to give me a clue?
Zardom.
Zardom? Zardom?
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, well, yeah. The shit with your raider, yeah? I'm sorry. I was the guy that shot you out of the sky. I should have told you earlier, but you were so pissed about your armor, I thought, well, you'll probably kill me if I did.
Why did you do it?
I had no choice. Please, listen to me.
I'm listening.
It wasn't personal. Not from me. I took a job. A strange one. I